We don't want it to attack the taco. There we go. That's horrible, but I mean, if I go by individual digits, how long? Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I'm just trying to get rid of that green line around the mic. There we go. So yeah. Well, just gonna focus and get some work done. We're working on tutorial. I didn't edit any of my Nightbot stuff. I need to change today's codes. That's not the code. This is the code. Timers. Okay. Oh, go west. Let's disable go west because we're not doing that. Cool. I'm surprised anybody's streaming with the World Cup going on. These. Oh, you won't be able to see that. Data sets are great for evaluating models, algorithms, and packages. Against known solutions. Oftentimes the solutions are published. Languages like R or Python are published. This is a good indicator on if your model is appropriate, accurate. Let's go with accurate. The data set we will be using today is already downloaded and in the data repository. Time to find a data set. Oh, penalty kicks! Argentina Netherlands is going to penalty kicks. It's the second game today to go to penalty kicks. So in honor of the World Cup, time to download the data set. Yeah. FIFA World. I used the 2018 World Cup for my very first machine learning talk. So I only think it's appropriate that I continue with that trend and use the 2022 World Cup. What? It's zipped. Cool. Okay. Penalty kick. First up, Netherlands against Argentina. Brazil lost on penalty kicks, and Brazil was the favorite to win of every team, so. Copy. The contents of download of data set to data. Now there is, was it data sets? Yeah, there is a data set, so I don't know what its problem is. But I only want what's inside of it, so... Oh, my camera. Messi! Messi's kicking the first one. Come on, Messi! You can do it, Messi! Sorry, we're distracted. Messi's kicking. Oh, he made it in. That was it. He just tipped it. Good job, Messi. Argentina now leads since the Netherlands missed their first. Why is it not being copied? We'll just go do it over here. Go projects, go data examples. Netherlands missed 2! Let's go. I do not want a European team to win. I am definitely rooting for Argentina at this point. Copy the contents of a directory. Oh, just a single dot? Okay, I can do that. -A for recursive. CP-A download, no. Downloads dataset dot to data. Now if I go ls data, what the heck is in the player toml? Oh, this is the dictionary. That's nice. Argentina's up 2-0. Netherlands down 2-0. They have to make this. They do make it. Argentina can't miss this next one. Who's kicking? It's really weird that they use the same goal. for penalties, but it'd be weirder if they just went back and forth across the entire field. Or as the British say, the pitch. Because, that's what Ted Lasso said. And Ted Lasso is the official... Yes! It's 3 penalties for Argentina! If they make this, then they play Croatia in the in the semis. This is their... They want to go to the semifinals. The Netherlands have to... If the Netherlands miss this next one, Argentina's in the semis. Huh, Max? Maxie's at my feet. He's letting me know. He's letting me know. Letting me know how high pressure this is. Cool. Upload the data into... Oh, the Netherlands made it. Boo! Okay, well, if Argentina makes this, they're also in, because that would be the 4th make, and it's best out of 5. 4 out of 5 is unbeatable. And the Netherlands only has 1 more shot, and they've made 2, so their highest they can make is 3. So 4 beats 3. Just gotta make it. They got a young guy shooting. Oh, Di Maria played? Vamos a hacer este. He missed it! That's why you don't have children go kick your penalties for you. Okay, the Netherlands, if they miss this one, they're out. Just load data into your program. Idiot! The goalkeeper. Okay, come on, Argentina. If they miss this and they go into singles. Argentina, they make this, they win. Okay. Uh-oh, this is a wreck that happened in Utah. It was recorded on the dash cam of the truck. It shut down the freeway for over 24 hours. At some point, there's an oil tanker that jackknives. Argentina made it. Argentina's in. I drove home in this, but 4 hours later. And see these people that drive on the side? Just spraying stuff on your windshield. It's the most annoying thing. There it is. See how fast he was going? That's got to be at least. He gets... Oh! Oh my gosh. They said no one was hurt. That was on a semi's dash cam. It ran into another semi carrying crude oil. That shut down the freeway for over 24 hours, cleaning up crude oil on icy roads. Ridiculous. So, there you go. Merry Christmas, Argentina. You just won your quarterfinal match. Anyway, gotta get this done. In your Go program. What kind of files are these? LS data player? They're all CSVs, perfect. Add a file writer, reader, to import your CSV file. In Go, IO rights can be made reads and writes can be made by any library that implements the io.reader or io.writer interface. We should add links to both of those. Wrong way. IO read writes. Bytes reader, byte writer. These are all types. There's an reader interface. Yeah, that's what I wanted. The read writer interface. Read write closer. I only want the reader and the writer though. Just for this. Where is my cursor? It doesn't make sense to necessarily, these people, I'm the audience for this workshop were students or recent graduates of Northwestern's MSDS program. MSDS is Masters of Science in Data Science. If I know anything about a data scientist, They are not always the best programmers. Nobody is the best programmer. I think here's the one thing software engineers are like overly, well, when I did say engineers, are overly like arrogant about, and that is that everybody else is a bad programmer. Physicists are bad programmers, mathematicians are bad programmers, data scientists are bad programmers. Everybody that does not build software is a bad programmer. So and half the time, other software engineers are bad programmers. Sometimes they'll say web developers are bad programmers. You know. It's just like how physicists say mathematicians are bad at math. Because physicists are better. It's like, no, mathematicians just could care less about partial differential equations. They do other things. An example for these files, the CSV reader, I think it's csv.file reader. Golang CSV package. I also need to fix my slides. Not ready to go. Types. Type reader. So it's just a csv.reader. Will it work? So we're going to do a csv.newReader. Type is best suited for our needs. Why? Give them all of that excess information so that they can become better writers of software, better programmers. Why pick Go for data science if it's not to make them more eloquent? I mean, Go is a language that is simplistic for creating beautiful software. So give them the tools to make it beautiful, am I right? So this will be, I'm gonna actually do this in, didn't I already open this once? We had a Kaggle example, we don't want that. Tab, example, no, we want to make a directory. Make directory example. Tab example example.go. So from here we have a main, we'll go csv.newReader. I believe the CSV new reader requires an IO reader. No, it just requires, yeah, and then we'll read the file. Reader. Double right. Thank you for that follow. Glad to see it here. Strings reader.in. Oh, we just need to open the file. Sorry. We need to go os.file Open. Ooh, a prime sub from Double Rye. That is fantastic. Thank you for that prime sub. We love subs. I love subs. My dogs love subs. Thank you for that support. It means I'll have to keep having get back on the wagon and do more of these subs. And look at those Santa hats. It must be Christmas time. IO, no, we need the file. Open Golang, open file. Oh, thank you, Double Rye. So, I always forget this part. Like, every single time, every time I look up how to open a file, it's not that it's hard. There it is. I can do read file, but because we need the read writer, we'll do open. Open, I believe, gives us the read writer. This will tell me. Functions. Open. Why is there no open? I mean, I literally just looked at that, right? It literally said os.open. Oh, we'll add it here. I know how to do. Look what I learned the other day. So I can do this, right? And we'll do f equals. And then from here, save that. That'll import the OS package. Come on. Oh. What do you mean you couldn't determine the package name? The package is main. It's not that hard. So I can do go def, or I should be able to do go doc on that file, and it opens the docs right here. I knew about this, but it's been a long time. I mean, I knew about it. I just didn't know. I just never actually used it. I would just always use the Google search and then watch. I am sure they have something very similar to this in Vim. Not Vim, the other one, VS Code. But you can also do Go Doc Web, Go Doc Browser. This is what I've needed my whole life. I've been relying too much on Go Def and not enough on this stupid. They open, both of them open the file. Oh yeah, we just want open. And file, I believe, would satisfy what we need for the IO read writer. I mean, if I remember correctly, this is, oh, we gotta switch that song. By song. This song too. Who the heck is in charge of my music? I mean, besides the fact that I literally selected random. I'm gonna do it the hacky way since we're already doing it in main. Didn't I already pull these up? Player stats. Let's just go to general player stats. Player underscore stats.csv. And that should give me a file. I like that. See, I don't know why I haven't been using this. It opens it right here, and I don't have to. When I did the doc, I would always have to like escape, and I can just. One day I'll hack. I've been using Vim for just over 4 years, continuously. Maybe 3.5. I might be overestimating, and I still don't know how to use half of it. If error does not equal nil. Will someone explain to me why Copilot works on my work computer but doesn't work on this computer when they're using the exact same GitHub account? I don't know. And I never paid for Copilot. Not paying for it. They just never updated it on the other computer. So we can. I think it's because of the tail scale. We'll do a log.fatal. I think it's because of tail scale. The tail scale, it just knows tail scale is on your computer. You want to move faster than that. And so that's why I still have that. And then I should be able to just push my file right there. I believe. That should work. Okay, so I have an example of this somewhere. And every time I open a CSV, I literally go and I double check this. Because of how... I wonder what that is. Just because I just want to make sure that I do it right. Not because I'm stupid, because I am stupid, but because I second guess myself. Like, I'm just... Which I guess we all, like... Maybe if you're Brad Fitz, you wouldn't second guess yourself, but I do. Can't all be him, you know? Oh, I forgot about this ghost sticker. I need to put it on my laptop. I got that ghost sticker when I ordered, oh, PRs, good. How did I get? I ordered a bunch of gophers for Go West. So for this reader, we do that. Oh, and it gives us a file. It gives us a file and just a reader. The read all gives us a file and an error. I've always used read all. There's more than read all. I guess read all will pull in all of the lines and it kind of gets you that nice little table that you actually want. Oh, the other reason I like to pull this up is not necessarily for this garbage. Which I don't know what this example is even for, because I don't use that. It's because I have some examples, from back in the day. Nope, not that one either. Not that one. Yes, data frame. From back when I did machine learning, so that I can, this thing I wanted to do a data frame for. And so that's it. I think that's, ooh, cool. I'm gonna do it the regular way, and then I'll pull it into a data frame later, because I think it'll be good for the students to see it both ways, because there's definitely a benefit to being able to use CSVs when you're writing in Go. But if you're a data scientist, you need to know what a data frame is. I'm sorry. If you don't know how to manipulate data frames as a data scientist, you should look for a different job. That may be rude, but it's the truth. Who deleted that? If error... Somehow I messed up my Vim and now it doesn't generate. It used to predict. It wasn't Copilot that would predict this stuff. There was a code completion tool that I had in there. But here's what happens. Every time I tend to use one computer more than another, my configs on that computer work better than the other configs. So like this config for this Vim is out of date as compared to my work computer, even though I'm pretty sure they're like the same on GitHub, but they're not implemented the same. I mean, the GitHub is the most current, but it's not necessarily the most current here. And it never is just as simple as like git pull apply. Like there's always some issue with the symlink file every time I try to update my dot files. I don't know why. I've done them on a stream before, so you can go look it up. But yeah. So now what should we do best for this? I think in the data frame example, which I'm not looking at, we don't care about that. What happened to my CSV example? Clearly, somebody knows what I'm doing. Read CSV and go, that'll work. I just wanted to make sure, yeah, we can range the data, and we've got a line. Okay. And in each line, we have so many elements. Okay. So instead of file, I'm gonna call this data. Let's leave a comment here. Data exported, imported here is of type, let's just double check. I do think it is. Look at me going go def instead of go doc. It is of string. Cool. I thought it was strings because Chat GPT to the rescue. Okay, want to know the honest secret? I've never touched Chat GPT. I know everybody else has been doing it, but I just never wanted to. I did enough NLP in my short stint as a career that I just never trust chatbots. Oh, but it type string. What was I saying? Oh, I was gonna add this just for context. But it's true. I have never used Chat GPT. I wonder if there is a Twitch plugin that adds Chat GPT to your chat bot, to your Twitch chat, and would autofill. I'm sure somebody's already built that or is working on it, because that would be fun. Just to auto reply to all of my random music spams. When data is imported in an ambiguous type, that's how you spell ambiguous, right? That is a thing. I just can't spell. Clearly it's not. Ambiguous type. It is typical to use generics. Is there yeah, that's what I'm saying. A GPT chat moderator. Wouldn't that be fun? Just a little bit fun. I think it would be fun to write. I'm surprised. Who was it? Kip Boga has been using AI plugins and tools for some of the spam stuff he does. He does the calls with the fraud people. And so he has an AI that'll respond to their chats or their phone calls automatically. I'm just saying it would be really fun to just have like a little command in your chat and you could send a message to GPT. I've always wanted to build, I bet I could, that should be my first Rust project. Generics. An empty interface. Empty interface. Which is this. Or any type. Or a string. When reading from a file, it is common to use strings. I'm thinking, if I like this walkthrough enough, I'm gonna add it to my Go Zero to Hero tutorial. I know it skips like 5 steps, but it'd be kind of fun just to have random topics. This is the worst part about lines, range data. The worst part about iterating over a CSV is you do have to have the iterator, the index, to access the values or to edit the values. It really is the worst. I prefer JSON in a lot of ways to a CSV. For input, not necessarily for output. Let's go. The first line is column names. So we're going to do if I equals 0. So if you have a struct that you're importing to, skip I. This would be, and this will be helpful when we get it later. Oh, that's Jesse's thing. Printf. Column names. CSV column names. And then we'll go -n. I don't know how many rows there are, but let's do this. There are columns in the file. I think that's an attribute somewhere. What about the buff.io package to read scan over the open file? I've never used buff.io with a CSV. I've used buff.ios for various other formats of file input, but never with a CSV. Depar ratio. I'm just gonna call you show, unless you want to give me a phonetic spelling. Yeah, I've never particularly been a fan of buff.io for that. And I haven't used buff.io for a lot of the IO stuff I do. I should do more IO operations, to be honest. File, and then this should be the name. Para show. And then this would be length of line. in the reader. The thing though is I don't think there is an attribute anywhere for file name. You know? So I'm just gonna add that manually for why not. If I needed to iterate, that would be fun. But I guess if I was reading over the directory, I would already have the file names as a variable, so it'd be much easier to iterate that, and it wouldn't. I don't think it makes sense to really store a file name as a property anywhere. That doesn't make sense, so I'm not, like, sad. But, you know. I could be. And then after that, when it's not line equals 0, we're gonna break after the first 10. So if I is greater than 10, this would be after 11, right? We're just gonna break. Like, I don't care about reading all of them. I think it's dumb. And we'll do a continue here, because otherwise the rest of the coast will fail. Continue, and then we'll just print it just straight across. Line. Could not determine package name. Why are you still on that can't determine package name garbage?
Let's go grab a glass of water and a snack.
Go. Is go compile a thing? No, it's not. Because it's called go build, duh. Does it build? Oh, duh. I never did a go mod init. Let's go ahead. I think we have one over here. I'm going to actually go into example. I don't need to. I can just do a go mod init here. Init here. It's not called production go examples. It is called go data examples. There we go. Go mod init. Go mod tidy. Now we should be able to do that. Okay, it does build. Let's do a go run. This will put it side by side. What? It didn't run. There's no CSV player stats. Oh, there's not. I didn't want to do that. Let's go run this now. No such file or directory. What did I do wrong? I do this wrong a lot. And what I shouldn't have done that either. And this is when it's good to just get a directory and print out all the files that are there. Okay. This is another thing I never remember, and that is running nested files and the, I guess, how your working directory relates to a path when you're running files that aren't in the same directory you're presently located in. It's always a fun little thing. This file's in a directory. I've done that before. See, look, nobody, they never say buff.io. Now this should be, in theory, data. If I run it in main, there should be a data. I mean, if I run it from the root, there should be a data. Which I am running it from the root. And we're just gonna print like this exact same thing. Just after that. Well, IO util's been deprecated? Of course it has. I haven't used this since we were on 1.16 anyway, so. Read dir in Golang. Which new? No, it said it literally said that this was deprecated. Did it? Oh, no, it says that this is the right one. Oh no. OS reader. Okay, it's OS reader. It's more effective. Okay. How's that? Why did that fail? It still doesn't like my data? Well, then we'll just do it here. Go run. What? Why didn't that print my stuff? Why is that? Oh, I know why. Durr. I know why. Again, I didn't want to do that. There we go, that's what I wanted. So now if I do .data, player .stats. Printf needs 2 args but has 3? When did that get rid of that? When did I break it? I broke it! This is kind of a Smash Brothers type song. Or, what's the game with Fox? Is it Star Fox? Is that what it's called? I feel like I'm flying through space and shooting things. No, there is. Did it not work? Did this not, when I did... That... Let's kill that, and I'm gonna go... Put this back. it's in player. It's player stats. Gotta remember that. Player stats dot CSV. No, not you. Yes for this. Actually, this is kind of fun. Read. Well, this isn't read. This would be list all the files in a directory. And then import the player stats file. You're gonna tell me next that you can't hear the music. And then I'm gonna cry a little bit because I've never been able to find that balance where you can hear the music but where like it sounds good for me to talk, and I don't want to do any weird mixing. So. Oh good, there we go. The first time. Aaron Mooney. This is clearly by first name. We've got the team. That's good. Player position, age, club, year, game, stats, minutes. Now, for traditional Go manipulation, you would put this into a struct and go forward. I don't think we necessarily need to do that because I'm going to put it into a data frame. But I think that's a good thing to put in the tutorial, in like the actual wording of the tutorial. Oh. Down here in the Go thing, I need to go... Actually, and if I don't, here's the thing. Here's the other thing. I never figured out how to get the clipboard to work right. So I should be able to do a yank with a Y to my clipboard. I can't do that. Like, I've just never figured it out. So, you know. It's not that I haven't figured it out. I never looked. I just was like, well, I know how to do it another way. So I just did. Let's get this. So I just highlight and copy it like super ghetto. Like I'm working in VS Code. Oh, that won't work. I can do it. Sorry. I'm in Vim. I can do a yank and across the tab. What I have issues with is when I'm editing a file not in Vim. Which I am editing a file in Vim, see? We're gonna not have this comment there, because we don't need that. Okay. So to your Go program, we need to start open a main.go file. They should. I am the second to last speaker of the day, and by the time they get to me, they theoretically have learned all about programming in Go. Now, they're learning from professors. And if I have learned anything from taking graduate level physics classes, it's that professors do not do interactive material. They lecture. So they're going to be lecturing on great stuff, and there's going to be great examples, but I doubt these students are going to be doing anything besides taking notes. How do you learn to program by taking notes? So, in your repo, they should be able to do this. I'm putting everything in a subdirectory, so they should be able to do it in a root directory, and they can then reference my example if they need to know how it works. Add the following code to your main file. Here's the thing though, is I've attended a lot of workshops. I give a class on O'Reilly Media. I am very much, I clearly live stream. Not that you can really follow along with a live stream, but I've had people try. When I have issues, when I break things, oh, it's still working. My bot posted to Twitter, and my bot doesn't always, I haven't streamed in a long time, so it hasn't posted to Twitter when I've been streaming. And it's broken, by the way. My Twitter bot that I did on past streams is broken, and I need to update it, but, okay. Add the following code to your main file. Function. What was I saying? I was saying something about doing interactive things. No, I was talking about how when I break things, I've had people make PRs to my repos. I've had them send me Go Playgrounds. Twitch chat's amazing. And they're generally speaking faster than me. Because as I've said before, only 1/3 of your brain is focusing on coding when you're doing a stream. We have 3 subs. I went from 1 to 3. That means more than Mr. Rye. Double Rye has subscribed today. But it only notified me of Double Rye because Double Rye was new. Didn't know about my streams before. Oh, wait. Also, sorry, I was a little bit distracted. I'm waiting for a package. I believe it's in my mailbox because it's coming USPS. It is a part for my Roomba that's been broken for 2 months. So my downstairs has not been vacuumed in 2 months. It has been mopped, but not vacuumed. And that is like the opposite. I mean, I don't really sweep, so it's maybe the opposite of effective. But I hate cleaning, so I paid for a cleaning service and they were supposed to come every 2 weeks, then they never came back. So obviously, I didn't have them clean enough of the house. It's like, just do the bathrooms. And now I'm like, no, I should have had you do everything because I just don't want to put my time into that. Like, do I have the time to clean? Yes. Is that something that is, I don't know. That's not where I'm at with my mental health, and I have the money to pay somebody, and so I can give somebody a job to just be a little bit happier and not have to clean, because I am not happy when I'm cleaning. Like, that was a rant. I apologize. Okay. The read all function. This is a question. I don't know how many of you are hanging out in chat, but I assume you've written code before. So whenever I'm commenting or communicating is the better word, about code, even if it's a method on a struct, I guess if it's a method on a struct, I will tend to use the object and the name, the function name. And I don't put in arguments. If it is a library function like this reader, again, I will do the package name and the function name. No arguments. Because all I want to do is name it. That's just how I document it. Do you guys have any inputs? Any other ideas on how do you tend to communicate function calling to people online, right? Like, I'm not in person. I work remotely. So I have to be able to tell people, oh, I talk so fast. I would be horrible at podcasts. I have to be able to tell people about it. Will process all the CSV rows in the file and store them in the like that. Oh, I should use ... if there's inputs. I just think it's ridiculous type amount. And you don't need to unless you're trying to talk about an explicit application of the argument, right? Like, if you're not doing that, they don't provide any context. I'm just saying I call the function. I don't want to say in heap memory because even though that's technically correct, that's not any beneficial. So I'm going to say store them in memory as a slice string object. You can access the attributes of the CSV file by calling the yes. I think I agree with Go. It doesn't make sense to do it any other way. But even like sometimes like in Bash, or if I'm talking about a CLI or something like that, that like requires flags, I won't add flags. I won't like keep the context short. If they need more information, I'll provide a code snippet. Like, this is what I'm doing. And if that's not good enough, you got to get on a call. Oh, this is what happens when I say, hey, machine, give me notification every time somebody posts in the channel. I get distracted. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Double Rye. I'm glad I'm not the only person that thinks that way. It's just sometimes I feel weird doing it. Like, am I giving enough information? But totally am. By calling the... I'm going to say grid location. No, I'm going to say indexes of the attribute, starting with index 0. The good news is about this thing is if I get lazy and don't finish, even though I have all morning tomorrow to do it, because I probably won't do anything after 5 today, is it's only an hour. And I am long-winded. Like, when I do my O'Reilly course, it's supposed to be 4 hours. And every time we do it, we get through 2/3 of it in the first half. And I'm like, oh, we're going to end early. Never end early. I always cut it off right at the 5 minutes. And I'm like, why? Why am I so long-winded? Usually it's because people have more questions to the end because the beginning stuff is very introductory. But also because I do the same thing with talks. It's like I can write a 25-minute talk and go for an hour. I just, sometimes I have to cut my words back to 25 minutes. I'm not index 0 in for both directions. I hope that makes sense. Example, data, capital P, print, ln, data 0. No, we don't want the first row. We want the second row 0 would give the third row first column. This would print the above code. Like, so this guy, one of the professors, is making a Hugo site. Like, he was dedicating all of today to fleshing out a Hugo site, even though his Hugo site looked like basic HTML. Like, it wasn't pretty. It looked like mine, like my Hugo site. And anyway, it looked very much like a professor created it. It was kind of funny. Since he could literally upload this into it, since it's just a markdown file. I mean, that's what GitHub Pages does. They use Markdown. And I've done it before. One day I'll finish my stupid website and have my tutorials be in there. I just really want the code to be executable like Go Playgrounds. But, that's just me. The above would print the third row first column of the CSV file. Cool. What was the title of this? Load data into your program. Using CSV. I'm not going to get to machine learning. I was not going to write anything for the machine learning section. I'm going to use one of my 4-year-old examples. I've only been using Vim for 3 years if the machine learning stuff is 4 years old. Because I switched to it at my last job, not my first job. Using data frames. Does Wikipedia have a definition of data frames? Note. I expect any Masters of Data Science student to know what a data frame is. They should be learning R and Python. If they are not, that program is bad. Since this is Northwestern University and I've talked to the professors, I know they learn R and Python. And since data frame is like the essential piece of data science in R, I know they know what a data frame is. So I'm just going to include this as a note. For anybody who may use this, who's not necessarily part of the program, right? It's on my GitHub. Anyone can theoretically do this. I might send this over to... I do have a link to the Gopher Slack at the top of this. Like, I think if they're serious about using Go, they should join Gopher Slack. Like, I know that I doubt the professors are gonna know about this, but that's why I'm not a professor. That's why I tell boot camps to get off... I didn't do it last time, but once a quarter, for about 4 years, once every quarter, I go to a boot camp and I tell their cohort, I say, get off your sorry behind and go to a meetup, because that's the best way for you as a boot camp graduate to get a job. I'm a huge community advocate. Data frame definition. And I think these Masters of Data Science students, if they have any... Ooh, they have it in W3 school? What is a data frame? This is fantastic. Anyway, they should, if they're serious about adding Go to their program, like they are creating courses to do data engineering and data science in Go. If they are legitimately creating these courses, the students are not going to carry it with them to their jobs if they do not join the community, because there are not Go data science jobs right now. But I think there are jobs where doing data science in Go could be beneficial. At my last job, we just snuck machine learning models into production all the time in Go, because they helped our services. By all the time, I mean once. We did it once, but it was very functional and like it gave the customers a great experience. And because our program was in Go, it was perfect to do the machine learning in Go. I'm just saying, if you have that skill, it will be used. And there's a lot of companies that use Go. Note, what did it say about data frames? Just this. A data frame, I should have looked on Wikipedia. Sorry. Once all the time. Yeah, once is all the time. I mean, did we sneak it in all the time? But if you think about it, if the model was behind an API that was service critical and was hit every time somebody logged in, it's being used literally endlessly, so that isn't all the time. I'm not exaggerating, even though it was the sneaking was once. We told people afterward that we deployed a machine learning model, but it wasn't. We weren't writing anything about it. Oh, we got a follow! That said Cover Ezra? Is that what that said? Coverzera, thank you for that follow. I hope you join us again. There we go. Oh, I should actually donate to them. I won't do it on the stream. What is a frame? That's interesting. I wish they had a data thing. I think it does relate to the networking frame. But what I don't like about this is that it's pulling from pandas and not R, because data frames were, see, right here, working with data frames that were established by the R programming language. Why are all good definitions associated with pandas? We should make gopher holiday sweaters. That is, who is in charge of designing those? Should I get my friend to design those and we can sell those next year? 404s. Yes. All of them. Every time we do anything. Okay, I'll just go with the other one. It was originated in the R programming language. And is commonly used by... What is Go most used for? Says Coverzera. Go is used for everything. I would say there's been a lot of developer surveys about this. JetBrains has some good ones. I think InfoQ has some good ones. So does Stack Overflow. I would say the two main areas would be in cloud native. So SREs tend to use it for cloud native applications from Kubernetes, Docker, web services, microservices. Those tend to be Go related, lots of open source and Go with stuff like that. And then web development. Those are the two main sources for Go. You can use Go for anything. There's Go for embedded. There's Go for obviously data science and machine learning. There's Go for networking. My company, we have a VPN that's built in Go. There's Go for security. There's a lot of their new books on Go and hacking. Like Go can be used for anything, but it's definitely gained so much adoption because of Kubernetes in the cloud native era, and it's very common for reliability engineering, microservices, and web development. By pandas practitioners to manipulate in-memory datasets. I use Go for everything. which is a problem. It's been very beneficial for getting me jobs so far. But I will say, knowing more than one programming language is what makes you a good person. Go is definitely going. Scones for tea. How are you? Haven't seen you in a while. We can use a data frame to import and analyze our player data. In your main function, I'm going to leave it up to them whether they comment out the old stuff. I will be putting this in a separate main file. Because that feels cleaner to me, but again, not them. Now that I finally have this, example.go. This is just so to make sure that they can actually run Go. They are supposed to install Go prior to this Go boot camp on Saturday. These are Northwestern students, by the way. I'm part of a lineup of speakers working at a Go boot camp tomorrow at Northwestern for the Masters of Data Science students. But again, they're being lectured by professors, so I don't know how much Go they're going to be writing before they get to me. In your main function, add the logic to read your CSV file into a data frame. Go, blah, blah, blah. We'll go with that. Now we have an example there, which means I need to make dir. Example dash data frame. And then one of the people giving this was like, don't give them your examples beforehand because then they'll just flip through it. I'm like, and? I was in college 5 years ago. Yes, they'll flip ahead. And if they can flip ahead and keep up, let them. If they are ahead of the rest of the class, let them be ahead. What's the big deal? I'd rather them be ahead than bored. Tab example data frame. And we'll call it data frame. .go. I used to call everything main.go, and then I got lectured on it at work, and so now I don't. Even though I really like calling everything main.go, I'm not gonna do that. Where is my example of oh, I'm gonna cough. I got a cold last weekend. My cold is gone. When my colds are gone, I have a persistent cough that comes from the bottom of my lungs and goes up. And the only reason I have this cough is because there is a certain amount of phlegm stuck there. That's disgusting. I apologize. I'm kind of gross. And my body literally convulses to try and get this out. And they're these nasty coughs. People literally think I'm going to die. And I'm just like, sorry, this is what happens when I get over colds. It's how it's always worked. It could be a function of my massive tonsils. It could be a function of me having RSV as a baby. It could just be maybe I have gigantic lungs. Who knows? And we're actually... I must have something somewhere else. This is public. Why are other people writing in this file? I don't know. I appreciate when my friends help me out, though. So this is not the name of the file. Again, as we discovered just barely, it is data, player data set, player stats, I apologize, .csv. Read CSV implements the reader, so we're good for that. Yeah, the cough lasts for a month. Well, the thing is my cough is not, I'm not giving you anything. It is a very dry cough. I cover my mouth. I use hand sanitizer, like I'm washing my hands. I'm using hand sanitizer. Like we're at a probably less than 10% chance I'm going to give you anything. But thanks to COVID and the flu, I'm like patient zero to everybody. So, you know, oh, I still got a puppy on my feet. We're good with that. Let me double check. I don't think that I actually have the data frame, and it's not, that's not where it is. It used to be Go to Data Frames, but I think GoNum owns it now. So let me just double check. I know I need to go get this. But yeah, it used to be Go to Data Frames. Oh, it is GoGoda now instead of Kieran. They gave it to GoGoda. Uh-oh. This is new. I don't think I'm going to use Goda 2. I'm going to continue to use Goda data frames. They are very nice. You don't have a go get here? Who wrote this? Their series stuff is nice too. Like Goda is the closest thing to pandas and in the Go landscape, and they're continually making it better, closer to pandas. It has data frames in the series just like pandas. Like, it's fantastic. But like all things in the data landscape in Go, it like doesn't always go get have the best record for, I think it's just go to data frames, right? Or is it go to data frames? Oh, it's go to Goda. Gotcha. Cool. So now that should import for me. No. It looks like this, somebody's got some leftover files on their thing. There we go. That's the right import. There's 0 rows and 0 columns. It's empty. Let's check for 0 rows and 0 columns. Okay, so there's some fun stuff you can do with data frames. I have a lot of stuff in here. Clearly I wrote a CSV before I decided to do that. Like, what the heck? Oh, I'm creating a data frame with here. No, I'm pulling. Oh, I'm uploading. Who on earth thought that this was a good idea? Clearly I did. Dot profile? Who on earth? I must have used this for a talk, because it's not good example of anything. Let's go to the docs. We have user, we have a data frame, we have a read CSV, read JSON. The JSON's nice. We can do subset methods, we can load records, we can filter. Ooh. Greater than, least, equal to. We can group by keys. That might be a good thing to do. Let's go ahead. Let's create teams. That's a fun thing to do. So let's create team rosters from, that means I'm gonna group them by country. It's not. From player stats, group the players by country. I am really bad. The one thing I'm really bad about with Go is using correct punctuation, and I need to fix my thing. My Winter to remind me when I write bad docs or comments, because Go likes punctuation, and Mariah does not use a lot of punctuation ever, like not anywhere. 'Cause why? Okay. So now that I'm thinking about it, I need to take a break to go potty. So I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna play an ad, but I will be back in like 5-10 minutes. So be patient with me, and I'll be right back. Let's Eat, Grandma. What did I miss? Was that in one of the songs? I wouldn't be surprised. Because these songs are royalty free, so can't pick and choose. So I'm thinking about things that I can do with my data frames. We're going to do a group by. And I wanted to do not necessarily a joins, but let's go take this and add this to the docs. Oh, the punctuation of let's eat grandma versus let's eat comma grandma. Yeah, that's definitely me. That's definitely my problem. The package oh, they're not gonna know how to do go mod inits. Let's if they hopefully they won't need to. Let's go and add that. Just thinking about that now. I don't, again, I don't know how much hands-on stuff they're going to be doing with the professors. So I'll have to add that. Frame. So it can be added to your Go mod file. Oh, yeah, I already added that. Let's do this. Cool. After you have gotten is go get the data frame package. Module, they're not called module. Add the data frame. To your main file. Function! See, should I type main function or should I just do this? To your func main. Yeah, I feel if I do func main, I need to do that. If not, then I could just do... Didn't mean to do that. This. That's nice and sweet. I feel like I need to do the func main though. I have a main function somewhere else where I wrote it out that I should fix that. And I need to be consistent with my objects naming. So this should be that. This should be a string. The string types are lowercase. CSV, we're gonna do it like this. For all CSV, actually, let's undo that and I can just go back. We'll do an index 0. Like that. Where's my main function stuff? Where I say add this to your main file. Add this to your main function. No, I'm gonna do func main. I don't think they'll have enough context otherwise. And you open a main.go file in your repo. then we'll add a note here. Note, if you are using a repo, your own repo and not the cloned one, repo from above, you will need to run the go mod init command. And we are going to provide documentation on that here because I am a nice human being. Otherwise, that would be mean to just tell them to do something without telling them how to do it. So if we're going to do that as func main there, then we need to do this also as func main. No space. A data frame. This is a lowercase data frame, not a capital data frame, because that's not referring to data frame the object. That's referring to data frame the noun. This again, lowercase a data frame, blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna have to edit this. Okay. Now this, where it says data frame module, that is referring to, we're gonna call it the GOTA module. GOTA. The data frame you're making, now that it's a type. Do you think, so they're sending out instructions beforehand for how to set up VS Code. I doubt they are setting VS Code up for Go. Should I provide helpful hints for that? I should. Set up your Go env, download Go, collate that, blah, blah, blah. 3 test samples. 4. I have how to do this. Kind of. I don't. Add. Go. What do they call them in VS Code? Crates? They don't call them crates. That's Rust. They don't call them modules. Plugins? Add Go plugin to your editor. I'm gonna provide, and then I'll have a list of them here. So this will be VS Code. There is one for Sublime, right? Sublime is like the 4th most popular. We'll do Vim and Emacs, even though Emacs is disgusting. Again, I don't have anything against Emacs, I just use Vim. They don't need anything if they're using JetBrains, because JetBrains is too complicated. Turn on features like compile on save, go fumped, and go imports. These can all be done on save. so that they happen every time you save your program. Okay, I don't know if the students will like this. I'm gonna attach set up VS Code Go. I'm sure somebody's written about this. Go with Visual Studio Code, blah, blah, blah. Go please sync true. Type navigation, building diagnose, formatting. Format on autosave true. Okay, I've never actually done it with their JSON thing. But I have done it in their steps. So let's add this one. Just in IntelliSense, just for. Oh, right. This is where I wanted to add this. And I have more to add. Let's go over here. Configure for Go development. Hopefully, now, none of this stuff is good. Go VS Code, import. Auto import with VS Code. Does anybody else have good docs for this? Let's check out this Medium one. Cause like I've shared my config before, but like I've never actually done it that way. Like, there's, again, they do it with the file. I've never done it with the file. I froze again. I've only ever done it from the, like, UI. And so I'm really surprised. That nobody has a good article for this, because everyone uses VS Code. This would be a great article to set up. I did it for Vim, and it's my most popular article on Medium. Should I just take a screenshot? Yeah, let's just take a screenshot of my VS Code. Because I have it somewhere. Whoa, that's not what I wanted. Where's code? I found out I do not have VS Code installed on my work machine. I thought I had. Because every once in a while I like to use VS Code. Like I use this clearly when I edit my Hugo site. Extensions. Got a bunch of extensions. Like the best tool in the world. Not the Go one. Where is it? The JSON to Go one. JSON to Go, right there. Best tool in the world. Where's my Go tool? Go. Reload required. Disable, uninstall. Okay, that's fine. No, I want to go to the settings. How do I get to the settings? I've done. Hey, puppies. Edit. No. I usually do it from here though. Oh no, it's that button. Extension settings, that's what I wanted. Go extension. Edit in settings.json. I've never edited it in the settings.json. Build on save, build package. It should build a workspace. I don't have any build flags. Cover on save. Cover mode, atomic. Cover mode, atomic is fine. Go doc is fine. Go format tool, it should be go fumped. Wait. Where's the one that did both imports and go code? The default one is that. Anyway. I'll have to, I guess I need to do it in the settings. I haven't done this in a long time. Oh my gosh, they've changed this so much since I switched to Vim. Lint flags? I don't have lint on save. I mean, I do have lint on save. Don't have test tags. Where's the Go tool stuff? I do not have a lot in the Go tool stuff, do I? Okay, well, maybe it's fine. Maybe I won't add that. They can Google that. Cool. Back here, where's Vim go? I doubt anyone will be using Vim, but these are all data scientists. They use RStudio. Come on. Go Emacs. I don't even know if this is popular, but it's got a lot of stars. Because nobody uses Emacs. See? I even put the Vim one for Emacs. Yeah, that would work. It might be enabled by default. I don't know. I know that I had somebody that had autosave set for their VS Code, and the autosave was the worst because it didn't format on save with autosave. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. If anybody is using not VS Code, I should just make them do it on their own. Like a real jerk. But I'm too nice. Okay. So back to the data frames. Oh. Oh, I need the other thing too. Now you can run methods on your data frame. On your player stats data frame. Right? Ooh, I just got a package delivered? Is that what happened to my front door? No, somebody's just walking around. Because, you know, that's what people do. They walk around. Am I still watching? No, I'm not watching. Gotta boost my numbers. I've got it on my... Oh, you can't see. Because my camera freezes when my thing gets too hot. I'm boosting my numbers by watching myself on my phone. Not like one more viewer is going to magically do anything. Here are some examples of methods you can run. And then we'll have like 3 examples. Oh gosh. Why am I doing it this way? Hey pup, how you baby? Lulu? Baby Lulu? Did you bring a Mama Chewy? Cause you've been outside in the cold. Yeah, you wanna say hi? You wanna say hi to Twitch? Come here. Come on, Papa, get to Mama. Say hi, Twitch. My name is Lulu. I've been barking, and when I go barking, I have to come tell Mama, huh? I love you. Yeah, you've been barking in the outside. Say, Mama, why'd you take off the sweater that matches mine? Because look, it turns invisible. You don't have any legs. Yeah, you don't. Where's your Chewy? You get your Chewy? Did you bring our Chewy to Mama? Good job. You gonna go sit on your bed, do your Chewy? Okay. I love my puppies. They're adorable. Now okay. Let's put a space in between them. There are several packages for running machine learning in Go. Thank you. Below are some of the packages. To look for an example, here is an example of a I forgot what it was a classifier. It was a tree. Did I use what tree? What, a random forest, I think. What did I use? Where's my GitHub? I have a fork of Golang that will not merge in. I had a PR to merge it in. I added an example for this FIFA text, again, 3 years ago, and I was trying to merge it in, but it didn't work. Decision tree. on detecting names and Twitter handles. And then we'll just do this example. To learn more about this example, watch this video. And then watch this video. And that is a talk from probably 3 years ago, since that's when I last updated that. This is a song. I have YouTube open. Video, no, playlists, talks. No, that's a good one. No. I guess we'll do this one. Oh, no, we'll do the Go for Con Russia one, because this was the most recent. And that was given at the beginning of COVID, so that would be 3 years ago. I reused this machine learning talk probably 7 or 8 times. Okay. So I wanted to do a couple things with this data frame. I wanted to group them by player country. I wanted to get top 5 players with top 5 scoring percentage. Because that should be a pretty easy top function. I get in Slack. Oh, great. It's not anything I can fix, so I'll ignore it. Benefit of working on data stuff that's not critical to your infrastructure, you rarely get paged. I've only gotten paged out of a stream twice. And both times, it was because of people's organizational stupidity, not individual stupidity. And then, I was gonna pull up, do we have the Godocs? Are those down here? Okay. So in the data frame Godoc, it tells you kind of what you can do. Left join group by concat subset set, right join records. Once you've done this with your data frames, there are like min and max functions. See, they have them here for aggregation. So we can do things like we could make subsets and be like, how many players are on each team? We could start counting things. We could make a subset. I think that would kind of be another fun thing. If we wanted to take a subset of indexes, we could reevaluate. We could start dropping things. Ooh, let's do a data frame describe. Just for us, right? Like, that's what we need. And we'll print it out in the command line. If we were doing this in a notebook, I would always have a df describe. I might comment this out later. Cause like, it's not necessarily, I think it's a great thing for research. I don't think it's a good thing for necessarily like presenting results. Oh, go mod tidy. I didn't run that. That should have fixed it, right? Oh, why didn't it print that out? Oh, because I didn't write print on it. Another thing about doing notebooks is I wouldn't have to write print. I could just do the describe, which I've done. I did a lot of this stuff in notebooks. I do not think I have implemented notebooks on this machine. It was definitely on my last one because I did pretend to do machine learning on my last one. And I did a hard drive copy. I think we'll just do a print. I think we can just do a print. But, you know, there we go. So, min for what? What does it think it's the min of? So the minimum player is Aaron Moy, which must mean the minimum position is DF. The minimum team is Argentina, Wales. Ela K, which must be the character, is the last one. The youngest player, 2004. The average is 1994. Guess when I was born? There should be a min club. The reason there is the hyphen is because they do count by days. We don't know the name of the min youngest player, but that's stuff we can do. When you do a describe, you can specify the columns you want to describe. Like I said, I think I care more about like the goals, penalty attempts, penalties made, those kinds of things. So let's go ahead. So like if we were going to do look at this, go doc, undocumented for describe. Do they not? Okay, so that's something you can do on pandas data frames. It looks like you can't do them here. Because they don't have that. That's something, and it's essentially because Go does a really bad job of doing variable names, variable arguments. But if we were to do an aggregation, right? Or if we were to do a group by or an inner join, we could take a subgroup. Now that we know what the columns are from describe, we can take groups of columns and make our stuff with there. So I'm gonna do this because if they're gonna be learning Go, they should learn how to use the Go docs, right? So here we'll go over here. We can get out of you, go over to the README, use the Go docs. So we'll stick it exercise. Use the Go docs for the link data frame Go docs, and we don't need it to be on describe, it can just be on data frame, to explore and implement other data manipulations. Okay. We'll do a go.describe because that's the first one I did. Oh, I want to make us players with top 5 scoring percentage. Sorry. Let's go ahead and we're going to actually do this. Fump.printf. Here is a so we'll just call it summary of the CSV of the player stats data frame. Things you'll find in Python you won't find in Go. They have lots more tooling for interacting with data frames because of pandas, and they have lots of packages that take pandas data frames and will give you better describes. They will give you automatic HTML that you can pull out for all kinds of things. There's so many tools in and around data frames. It's ridiculous. You don't have to you're not doing any manual investigation of your data at this point. You just say data frame plugin, infinite amount of summary. So data frame. We'll do -n here, and then we'll do a v plus, and then we'll do a df describe. They don't need to have all this formatting. Theirs can be ugly. Print out summary, but mine needs to be pretty. And another reason why I want them to do that exercise and look for more is I am infamously guilty of taking teacher examples and just running that and being like, oh, I get it. No, you have to do it yourself. There's a reason that I spent 9,000 weeks literally just doing physics problems when I was 9,000 hours, let's put it, when I was in college. And that's because you have to do them in order to understand what's going on. Like, it's kind of funny. So yeah, the end. Okay, so we're gonna do a group by. So again, just to see what it looks like before we make it. And then we'll just do, I think they have a top. If not, whatever. We'll do a df group by. What did that look like? We'll group by column names. See, look, they have a thing here where they do variable inputs. It's just Go does not do it the same way that Python does. So it is very hard to just do describe and then arguments. That would be something super invaluable. And it's something that if this was as popular as pandas, it will be added. I think it's a 3-hour ad. I don't know how complicated this thing is, but seeing how people interact with the open source Tailscale client, like if it's something people need, they don't request it, they just add it. Like, yeah, I really wish, I think Go as a data science tool would take off and be super invaluable if there was funding for it. If there were companies that were using it in production and having their employees maintain it, if there were companies backing it, there's not. There's no money backing it. This is all hobby stuff, and that's why Go for Data Science is just... So we're gonna do df.group, right? And then we do column names, group by. df.group by column names, and then we do column names. If I go over here, player is how you get the name. So we'll do player. If we were doing this in SQL, I believe group by either group or order by. One of them requires you to do all of them. So we'll just do player. And these are string arguments, so we do need to do it that way. And is there a way to do a top? Again, that's a thing from pandas. I think aggregation is a thing. So aggregation, they seem to be using as a count all. So if I wanted to know the number of each players on each team, oh wait, no, I don't want to group by name. I want to group by country, right? Because that's how we know what team they're on. Oh, it's by team. So let's group by team. And then if I wanted to create a new data set from this, right? So that's a group by team. So this would be data frame teams. And then just for simplicity, I'm going to print my top 5 teams. Now my top 5 teams have nothing to do with the actual reflection of World Cup. It would be U.S. men's national team, which is not as good as the women's. I think the women's could actually beat them. Uruguay. I do have a Uruguay flag right next to me. Not an American flag. There's like something a little bit arrogant and pompous about having an American flag in your room. Not like outside, but like in your house. I don't know why. I don't have one. Also, I don't know, like, yeah, it's weird. But I do have a Uruguay flag hanging in here. Argentina, Brazil, and then, believe it or not, my 5th team would be Mexico. Like, these are the teams I care about. So now I should be able to do an aggregate, not like the aggregate itself, but to print it, because they do have not a data frame thing where you can, no, I don't want to arrange in an order descending, but I should be able to select it by column. So I guess I can't. Again, this is something you would oh, look. And it would pull a series. So if I did that, oh, you're from Brazil? I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Today must have been hard. I know in Spanish lo siento isn't it like something siento, like when you're saying I'm sorry in Portuguese? It's been a long time. Anyway, so if we were doing this in a data frame, we wouldn't necessarily, if we were doing this in pandas, I want you to know that all of my Python experience is in pandas, so I'm not a Python developer, I'm a pandas developer. You wouldn't pull a series out of it. You would pull another data frame out of it, because data frames and series, like a series isn't just an array. It's a very different object than a data frame, and it seems like here what they're doing is they're saying 2-dimensional array data frame, 1-dimensional array series, and that's not, I'm sorry if it seems like I'm yelling, but that's not how it works in pandas. Group by team. So we will say US men's national team would be And for this, like, we don't need to sort it by teams first. But we can. So we'll go ahead and we'll print this. Oh, this won't work. Printf. Print. Culverzera, did you watch the game? Because I did. And I've been, this whole World Cup, I have been astounded by how bad these players are at penalty kicks. If you were watching UEFA Champions League's games, the penalty kicks would not be as bad as the penalty kicks I've seen in this World Cup. So I'm saying I do not need to take... it should be able to sort them out just fine. Because it's now grouped by teams, I could be like, okay, first 26 players or however many's on a roster, that's now my team, a data frame. So I could sort it out that way by index. I'm not gonna do that. See, this is wrong. This is not pulling out data frames. I'll have to do it by index. So I have to figure out what index each of these is on. So in order to do that, right, sorry. Because I think what it does when it pulls it out by columns, it'll make a series of team names, and that's just a bunch of duplicates. Again, wouldn't happen that way in pandas. Much easier in pandas. Let's print this and see what happens. I'm expecting just a ton of junk. Group by is undefined? Yeah, I know it is. It should be a capital B. I didn't want to do that. Edit, example, data frame, dataframe.go. Everything is weird. I blame it on the VAR. Oh, it's because it's lowercase. And they're refs. Or the heat in the stadiums. There's something going on. See, look at that. So now it's definitely... Ooh. Yeah, you could have won. You should have won. Look, so now the very last thing, we do have the Wales team. I know Gareth Bale is on Wales, so it is organized correctly. It's just unreadable. As you can see, Uruguay was right there. So that's pretty much unreadable as far as a raw output. So we don't want to do this. But let's see. I got a dog that just came in here. Team size, World Cup teams. No, that's the number of World Cup team. 26 man squad. That's what I thought. I thought it was like 26. Okay, the other thing too is they had like not a rename. Yeah, the indexes is one. Like, so I'm gonna put a sub-series based on index, but there was a way to sort, and they had an example of it. Where was the examples? Where they were doing like a mutate. No, that's changing a column. No. Where's my examples? Yeah, the select. DF select. Okay, see how that's pretty interesting. So from DF, what does it say on select? Because select indexes. Oh, it's based on name? Yeah, but I don't want to select columns. I want to select rows. I don't want a string record. Names, no. I know what the columns are. Filters. There we go. That's what I want. I want a filter. An F filter. So I want column name this. I knew it was a thing. So for this, the newest men's national team would be df dot filter, and they're using F. Dataframe.f is a filter type. Comparando is a word in Spanish. What the heck? Column index, column name, series separator, or interface. I should be able to just do it based on column name, right? No. That when column name, they're providing the name of the actual column. So I need to go back. Right, like A. Wait, but I can filter on column name. Where column name. Now I still have to do it on indexes, don't I? I want to print the index. Well, now I need my other thing, don't I? For records in a data frame, right? I can get the indexes. And since in the other one I'm going through everything, what are they using? I don't see a set. Oh, it's just creating a new data frame. Yeah, this doesn't do what I want it to do. Let's go back to our other thing. I want to know the index. So for this, we need to find the index. So we need to have our records. Where do we get a slice of HTML? No. There was a thing where we got records. Okay, I want records. I can get a subset, but the subset is messed up. I don't like the way it does subset. Because you can't, on subset here, you have to give it the index. So unless I know what the index is, I can't do a subset. So I need to figure out what the rows are that I want. But notice how this subset is rows. So I need to figure out what rows I want. So that's what I need to find, which is why I'm getting the records. Get records to find indexes of top 5 teams. So we're gonna have a var. And we're gonna have to pull the index for each player. So we're gonna have indexes equals make, and we can do, it's an array of ints, and we need them to be 5 times 26. 5 times 5 is 125. Plus 5 is 130. 130. And so we'll get df teams dot records and that's a function, and this will be array records by creating a 2D array sorted by team. Okay, we're getting close to where I have to go pick up dinner, so. We'll get array records, and then here, make this is technically an array, not a slice, an array for storing. I could do it as a slice, but it's fine. I only expect there to be 130 outputs. For storing each player from each of the 5 teams 26-man squad. Oh, we should do it this way. We should actually do 3 indexes. Oh, I know what we're doing. We're making a map. So now we're making a map. Make, and you have to use make with maps. Map string, because this is now going to be the team name int, and this is the index. With key is where the key is the player name, and the int is the index, and the value is the index. Is the player's row index. Now, if I wanted things like certain stats, those are already categorized into smaller CSVs. So I can do it that way. So we'll do for. We have an index, player, range, array record, we're going to change that to records. If we're going to do this. So now we know that the team, oh, we ran that, right? When we did this, oh, I need to kill that. That's not going to be helpful. So let's go and kill this. Actually, we'll just write this. This isn't going to help anybody. But what I need to do... Oh, don't do that. I wanted to comment this. I wanted to print, not DF teams, but I needed to print the column name so I know... Sorry. And set names? No, there was like... Names. Names is what I want. Names. And that will let me know the order. And a not undefined. Whoa, why does this type DF groups? Groups? Get groups? Oh! Guys, this is so much easier than I thought it would be. Get groups. Okay, undo that. It's way easy. Sorry. So for DF teams, we'll do printf the U.S. men's national team roster is, and then we'll do again a V. And then we can do the column names we want. So this would be DF teams. Dot get group, which gives us a map. I'm gonna do this once. Teams by group. This produces the exact map I already wanted. Hey buddy, did you come say hi to mom? Like, I should have autocomplete by this. And this should be... I don't know if it's USA. Let's try USA. Well, just to make sure it works, we'll do Brazil. And then, now that this is returning a data frame, we can select the column, and we just want names. So I can go back. I can do select names. Oh, that's set names. No, I want the, what was the one where we did the column name? Filter column names? Yeah. And then we're gonna do filter. And then we go down here. And then we do this. Don't care about that, don't care about that. Player. That should work. I'm missing a comma before the new line. I'm missing this. Team by group, yes, is not being used because that's a by, not a B. My talking is really, my throat's super dry. Okay. Unknown comparator. Dang it, I do need a comparator. I don't know what... Oh, that's what I want. Sorry, I do want this. No, I shouldn't need that. What are these? F. In the comparator, series not in comparator. Inside. Comp func. We'll just do a non-equals and an empty string. Oh wait, what was not equals? Neck. Okay, any Q. Any Q, and it does not equal an empty string. That's not. Oh. Go dash Goda. There we go. Let's see if this runs. The U.S. men's team roster, I don't know anything about this because it doesn't show their names. But I'm out of time. I need to go get food. So, we will call that a day, and I'm sorry that that was horrible. Let's go ahead. We'll finish this up. Get commit dash s. Let's sign. We're just gonna say go data example, because that's all of them. Point in time commit with progress, point in time commit. I also don't need that. We have made progress has been made on the examples, but we need to finish the data frame.
It's 5:30 p.m. Time to start wrapping up your workday and plan for dinner.
Examples and proof the README. Get push that. That was awesome. I want to thank everybody who stayed tuned today. I'm gonna go ahead and find somebody for us to raid, so you don't have to be done with your time on Twitch. You just have to be done with your time with me, because well, I'm done. Looks like large databank is still on, and since I would hydrate, but it's empty, my friend. So continue your time on Twitch. Thank you for hanging out with me. I am going to try and work with some of the people at work and get these more regular. I really want them to be regular, but you know, I can only do so much. I know Tailscale wants to do regular streams, and since I love streaming, I'll probably be involved in that. But I won't come back to this. I'll be giving this tomorrow, but if you're interested, you can always check it out. And hopefully I can get my act together and we can start doing some Rust content on here. But thank you guys, and we will see you.